Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I've got something exciting to share with you, and it's all about a radio show you won't want to miss. Power English. 1. Tick all the boxes. Let's kick things off by talking about the phrase, tick all the boxes. When something ticks all the boxes, or checks all the boxes, it means that it meets all the necessary requirements, criteria, or expectations for a particular situation or task. In other words, it's a perfect fit. Imagine a job application when your qualifications and experience tick all the boxes. You're a prime candidate for the position. It's like fitting all the puzzle pieces just right. 2. In person. Next up we have in person. This phrase emphasizes the importance of physical presence and face-to-face interaction. In a world filled with virtual meetings and online connections, there's still something truly special about meeting someone in person. For instance, you might have a colleague or friend you've been working with online. But when you meet in person, you get to experience their energy, emotions, and reactions directly, not through a screen. It's a game changer. 3. Heated debate. Now let's dive into the world of a heated debate. A heated debate is not your average polite discussion. It's passionate, intense, and often filled with strong, emotional opinions. It's the kind of discussion that can really get the adrenaline pumping. Think of a family reunion where everyone has a different idea about how to honor their late grandparents. That's the perfect recipe for a heated debate. It's all about expressing your thoughts with fervor and energy. 4. Like I said. Last but not least, we have, like I said. This phrase is your go-to when you want to emphasize that you're repeating something you've already mentioned. It's like giving a friendly nudge to remind your audience or listener about what you've previously stated. So, in our conversations, if I say, like I said, the meeting is at 3 p.m., not 2 p.m., I'm reinforcing the time and ensuring everyone is on the same page. Thank you for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting language insights.
Hello everyone, I am Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
And my Korean name is Jo Myung-hee.
And my unofficial Korean name is Lee Sang-jun.
Okay,
yeah.
Sang-jun, 안녕.
Yeah, so we have to ask you a question.
What?
We talked about my crisis.
Okay.
Do you have a crisis?
Oh, I have too many.
What's a crisis you've got going on in your life right now?
Oh, like it's always like crisis mode.
Crisis mode.
You know, I've got my mom, who's suffering, who's got memory issues. Mm-hmm. Then I've got my teenage son.
Oh, yes.
And then my dog, Scotty, too, I've got to take care of.
Oh, is Scotty okay?
Scotty's okay, but, he's getting older.
Oh, goodness.
So I've been noticing, like, he's always been active. He still is. But, like, when I walk with him, usually I walk briskly.
Yeah, quickly.
Which means quickly. And he's totally fine. Before he was like running everywhere.
Yeah.
But now I feel like, oh, wait.
He's starting to slow down.
Well, he gets a little, he starts panting a lot. And so I'm like, oh, maybe this is a way of him telling me, like, don't go so fast.
Just get him some hongsam.
So, he's a hunting dog.
Yes.
He's a Scottish Terrier. Mm-hmm. So, and, they love to smell.
Yes.
I mean, dogs like to smell, sniff, right?
Right.
So these days I've been like, okay, when I walk him, I just let him sniff everything.
Just sniff it out. Because
it releases his stress. This is what I've been told.
I see.
And then I have my own walk without Scotty.
Yeah. Oh, poor Scotty.
Oh, Scotty. All right. So, joining a book club. I think you need to keep looking. Remember, we are trying to look for the appropriate book club.
Yes.
It's not so easy. Yeah, there are many requirements.
Right.
Now, here are some expressions that we're going to look at today.
Yes.
Tick or check all the boxes.
Yes. So to tick or to check all the boxes means to satisfy criteria. You have certain requirements, and all of those requirements are being met.
All right. How about if you do something in person?
You are meeting someone physically. It's not over the phone. It's not over the computer. You are actually going to the same place with that person.
All right. Lastly, heated debate. What kind of debate is this?
This is a discussion, but it's very passionate. It's not necessarily a fight, but it is, you're probably speaking loudly.
Okay.
Yeah. Emotions are running high.
Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue.
Okay, I think I found a book club that ticks all the boxes for me.
That's great. Are there any aspects of it you don't like?
Not really. Like I said, I'd prefer not to meet in person, and this club doesn't. The mix of books on their list is great, but...
What's the problem?
Well, I attended a book club meeting as a guest the other day, and 2 members got into a heated debate over the current book.
I think you need to keep looking.
All right, let's take a look. Robert says, okay, I think I found a book club that ticks all the boxes for me. So, as I mentioned before, it could be tick or check.
Do you prefer tick or do you prefer check?
Tick all the boxes, check all the boxes. I think I use the word check more.
I think I do too. It's more American to say check the box.
Really?
Yeah. So in this expression, both work. But outside of this, like say you're making a list, it's more often that Americans will say, oh, can you check off that box?
Right.
Whereas maybe someone in the UK or Australia, New Zealand, they may say tick the box, like if you're voting for something.
Okay,
Right?
all right, but both work.
Yes, both are perfectly
Yes.
good English.
All right, so what does this mean?
It means that all of the requirements are met. All of the conditions are satisfied.
Right.
If you think about if you're shopping for something or looking for something, you'll say, oh, does it have a good price? Check.
Is it cotton?
Check. Is it good quality? Check.
Is it more than 40% off?
Check. So in America, we would say check. I don't know, maybe in the UK they would say tick. But yeah, it's saying that everything that you need,
That's right.
you have found.
Right. So it's kind of like you've made a list, you know, of requirements that you would like to fulfill.
Yes.
And then it all works. Okay, so you tick them off. It ticks all the boxes.
Yes.
Dahlia says, that's great. Are there any aspects of it you don't like? Okay. Are there any aspects of it you don't like?
Yes.
What is this saying, and what is this word aspect?
So aspect is it's a very advanced word.
Yeah.
But it means
It
like
is. It
a
is.
part or an angle or a factor. And in this case, what you're saying is there any piece of this that you don't like? Is there something that you don't like? But we're using aspect because aspect is dealing with how you look at something. You know, sometimes like you look at clothing or you look at, I don't know, a car or you look anything that you're trying to buy, you look at it directly
Right.
and it's great.
Okay.
Maybe you step to the right.
Right. You look at the back.
You look at the back. And then from another angle, you don't like it.
Right.
Oh, from this aspect, I don't like it.
Right.
It can be from a very physical turning the angle, or it could be something inside of it.
Okay.
Oh, I like this car. I love the color. I love the shape. But you know,
I don't like this aspect.
I don't like the sound system. I don't like the braking. Like the aspect of it is some factor or piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's spelled A-S-P-E-C-T. Okay. So good word to know. And Robert says, not really. Okay, like I said, I'd prefer not to meet in person, and this club doesn't. The mix of books on their list is great, but... Okay, let's break this down. So Dahlia is saying, okay, it checks this is all good, but is there something that you don't like? Is there an aspect that you don't like? And Robert is saying, no, I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I said, I prefer to not meet in person, and this club doesn't.
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, oh my gosh, this is such a common pattern.
Yes, it is.
Like I said.
So obviously this means that I said this before and I'm saying it again. In casual speech, it's usually fine all the time. However, if you are speaking formally or you're speaking in a business setting, sometimes this feels a little aggressive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It feels like, oh, you didn't listen the first time?
Yeah, like I said.
Like I said, I'll email you tomorrow. So please be quiet. And stop asking. It can feel a little aggressive sometimes in business, but oftentimes in the casual conversation we have here, it's fine. It just means, I said this before. I'm going to say it again.
And if you want to do it in the more formal way, you could, instead of saying said, you could use the word like mentioned.
As I mentioned earlier.
As I've mentioned earlier. Yeah, that's right. As I've mentioned in the other email. Yeah, mention would be a good word to use.
Right. But if you said, like I said, like if someone asks you a question in meaning, like I said before, it's kind of like, hey, why weren't you listening the first time?
Yeah.
You know, it's just a funny way that this expression is used like that in business.
Well, Robert says, I prefer not to meet in person. So remember in the earlier dialogue, he said, I would like to do it online. So, meet in person.
To meet in person is to be in the same place when you're meeting someone.
That's right.
I feel like nowadays we meet a lot of people on the phone.
Yeah.
Like meet through email,
right?
Meet on an app.
Yeah, I mean, it has come to that.
Yeah,
because we have so many different ways of communication. We don't need to meet in person.
Yeah, you don't need to meet. Yeah, look at each other in the eye.
But it's important, Cameron, to look at each other, see face to face. It's so, it's just so human.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. And Dahlia says, what's the problem?
Yes. Robert responds with, well, I attended a book club meeting as a guest the other day, and two members got into a heated debate over the current book.
Okay, so Robert found the perfect book club, and he went as a guest.
Yes.
And then two members got into a heated debate. So heated, H-E-A-T-E-D. 뜨거운.
Yeah.
토론.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
So yes, this expression has two meanings. The real meaning and the meaning we sometimes use it as. So a heated debate is a passionate discussion.
Yes.
So it's neither good nor bad. It's just, wow, the conversation was very lively.
Yeah.
There was opinion A and opinion B, and people talked about it very passionately.
Right.
However, we often use this to mean, man, they were fighting. It's a nice way of saying, they did not agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, in a book club, I don't think you can really truly fight, but you could have a heated debate.
Yeah.
It's you could fight, sure, with words, but it's about the material. So that's probably why he was saying heated debate. But they're like fighting words, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah.
There's a way to have a passionate debate that's still maybe respecting the other opinion.
Right.
But a heated debate can mean that. Or it means like, you're stupid. How could you believe that? You know nothing about this material.
Right. Okay, so Dahlia finally says, I think you need to keep looking. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Okay. I think I found a book club that ticks all the boxes for me.
That's great. Are there any aspects of it you don't like?
Not really. Like I said, I'd prefer not to meet in person, and this club doesn't. The mix of books on their list is great, but...
What's the problem?
Well, I attended a book club meeting as a guest the other day, and two members got into a heated debate over the current book.
I think you need to keep looking.
Okay, we're going to do a quick review on pages 194 and 95. To check or tick all the boxes, it means that you had a list of things that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those areas
Are satisfied. Yeah.
Okay? Why did you decide to buy this van?
I wanted something big enough for my family, and this checks all the boxes.
Okay, so the size is big.
Yeah. It has a TV.
It has a TV. It also has a huge trunk area.
Yeah. It has decent gas mileage.
It has decent gas mileage. It has the chair or the seats fold so you can like kind of make it into a bed.
Ooh, nice. All the things you needed, the van has.
All right. Your resume ticks all the boxes, but let's see what the hiring manager thinks. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you qualify.
Yeah.
Good school, nice major, healthy amount of work experience.
Yeah.
You tick all the boxes.
Very good.
Okay. So, but of course, just because something like ticks all the boxes doesn't mean that it's going to work out.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. And that's kind of the danger with the new resume interviews now.
Yeah.
You send your resume by email, not even email. They have like the special program.
Online, yeah.
And a computer just checks your resume.
They decide first?
That's the first round.
Really?
So what happens a lot of times, some applicants check all the boxes.
Oh.
But then when they actually go to the interview, they're not so great.
Oh, no.
And the people that would be good for the job, maybe they don't check one box. There's one thing that's a little off on their resume.
Oh, that's dangerous.
But they don't, they don't even get an interview.
Yeah.
Because we have all these automatic processes now.
AI. Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
it is. Yeah,
right.
That's the danger.
All right. The next expression is in person, meaning like face to face. You see them physically.
Yes.
Are you Jenny? I'm Hank. It's nice to finally meet you.
Hi, Hank. Wow, you're even better looking in person than online.
Yeah, right. And you know, Cameron.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't had like a road show or like a fan meeting, but when people see me in person, the first thing they always say is, oh my gosh, you look so much better in person.
Yeah. I get the same thing.
Oh, you too?
Yeah. And I say thank you.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a compliment.
Right.
But honestly, I wish it were the other way.
Yeah.
We make money from looking good on TV.
Yeah.
I don't make money, meaning, because we're in the entertainment industry, we need to look good.
Yeah, we need
on the TV screen.
We need to look good on the TV, okay? Not in person.
No, but we both understand it's a compliment.
Yes.
But it is a funny situation we're in.
Yeah, people always say 그냥 신물이 훨씬 너무 좋네. The emphasis is like
훨씬. 신물이 훨씬 더 예뻐요. 훨씬 더 멋져요.
젊게 보이고 훨씬 더.
이제 뭔가 카메라 잘 먹히는 세대라. You gotta look good on camera nowadays.
Okay, all right. Second sentence. I can't be there in person, so maybe we can just do an online call. Yeah, sometimes these days they will do like online job interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't
meet in person.
Yeah. I mean,
why go to the office?
Right. Why go through the trouble?
Yeah.
I don't think that's such a bad idea.
Yeah.
So what they do, a lot of the companies, they have like an online interview, and then if you pass, then they will invite you to a in-person interview.
I think that's great.
Yeah, I think that's great too.
You don't have to even put pants on.
Yeah.
You can just sit at your desk.
All right. Let's talk about this expression, heated debate.
Yes.
So it is a discussion or disagreement, but it's heated, meaning like you get a little angry, you get a little excited, you get a little, like a little bit, passionate, as we say. Can you tell me what I missed at this morning's meeting?
Not much. Rob and Joanne got in a heated debate over the coffee maker.
Okay, so they kind of had a little fight over the coffee maker. Talk of immigration reform sparks heated debates on television news shows.
I feel like with both of these, we say heated debate. It sounds like there was a real fight.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
There was a very big argument.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I love when like nerds or geeks have a heated debate.
Yeah.
Like they read a fantasy novel
Yeah.
and they're like, no, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
No, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I think that's a proper heated debate.
Right.
Yeah.
I have no interest in like anything like that I do it with, but it's so fun to watch.
I know. All right. Our power pattern today is, like I said.
Yes.
Like I said, Bob is a great cook.
Like I said, if you give her a chance, you won't regret it.
Okay. So this is kind of unfriendly. You're close to the person.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey,
I said that, didn't I?
Yeah, I said it. Aspect is our power vocab on page 96. Do check out the definition, and let's thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원회에서 취업과 승진을 위한